The Eels week.
Not yeah. That week was weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
That Eels week was weird. That was a twist, a tongue twist.
Yeah. How you doing, man, this
I'm
week?
doing good.
You got better from the cold?
Yeah, I got way better. It's funny because it takes like 2 weeks to clean up the whole shit, yeah, that comes with it. I'm
Yeah.
fine. Just have this whole strangeness on my face, which is normal.
Yeah.
Every time this year, I get a cold, sometimes a bad flu. This time was a cold. My wife is got sick too, really bad.
Well,
She's getting better.
and it's harder for her because she sings. Well,
Exactly, she
you
has a
too,
big one.
because you teach, but
Yeah, but for singing is hard. Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit harder, I guess.
She was worried because she has a big one tonight in Catalan.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she's recovering. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these things, man, it's hard because it's late. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
late tonight. So
Yeah.
normally late at night, it's when your body
Yeah.
is not ready to perform. Right? It's
Exactly.
better rest, but it's all right. Yeah, she'll survive.
Good. Do my
So
best to her.
thanks.
So,
Let's do that. You choose what we're going to talk about first, because I'm
let's start with the best, I guess.
Aaron Frazer, of
Yes,
course.
the best of the week.
Simply
At
the
least,
best.
at least for me, it was.
For me, it was too.
Yeah,
I liked Weezer, so I mean, it's kind of, and for I liked both of them, and they are different records, different ones, because you have Weezer, it's more rock, yeah, and then Arrow is it's more a mix of things, yeah. So it's
yeah,
different, but I like them both. Of course, I like Into the Blue more. Into the Blue is the second record released by Aaron Frazer 2 months ago. I don't
yeah,
remember. And this is his second solo record. He comes from a band where he is like a backing vocal. He's a backup singer. I don't know
yeah,
how do you say
yeah.
that. And the drummer. Yeah. So I'm really happy that you liked his shit,
It's just,
because
it's just
yeah,
freaking amazing, man.
is
Just
it isn't
yeah,
it? Yeah. And the first record, it's like, again, we have been approaching first records of some artists
yeah,
because of we're going on a sequence here. So it's interesting because we are also going to seconds. So it's interesting to see how the first records sounds like a compilation of songs, not like beautifully, quote unquote, beautifully structured.
mm-hmm.
And then I noticed that second records feels more cohesive in terms of songs being more close to each other, like sounding closer to each other, sounding more like a well thought album, well thought record. You know what I mean? And where
Yeah,
the
totally.
first one sounds like a compilation of songs that they had, and then they made a few touches and adjustments here and there to sound like an album, of course. But it sounds like a compilation of singles and then released as an album, which is not. I mean, this is not a bad thing. I'm saying that's an interesting thing, because probably this happens when you're coming to record your first record. Of course, you probably have a lot of songs that you have been piling up throughout the years,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And then for the second record, people are expecting like a continuation of your work, and then you just sit down and spend some time making the second record, and then it, of course, it comes from one situation. So the second record is coming from somewhere where you are thinking more about, look, now I'm going to make the second record, and it has to sound like, it has to sound a certain way. So you're going to think and write about this one, right? And this happens to this one as well. I think it's more well thought out, I think, and it's different. It's a bit different from the first one, isn't it?
It is. I feel like the second album, it gets closer to the vibe that I told you that I was in. It's more like chill out, you know. I feel like, because the first one, we talked about some things that he did, that it was kind of close to Silk Sonic and Bruno Mars like vibes, and this one it's a little like it's far from that, I guess. I guess it's really different. It's going in a different direction, and I think I like both, you know, both ways. Which way he chooses to go, like on his next album, I'm with him, you know, because I think he gained me, you know.
Nice.
It's I really like. While I was writing the text, I was about to write a sentence, but I thought I could say that because I think I would have a better impact on you. But Aaron Frazer, like his songs, they are just perfect for every moment. From sex to parties, like from, you know.
It's true.
You know,
it's true. Man, I gotta give you that.
It's man, if you're, I don't know, if you're going to chill out, you can put his songs. If you're going to, I don't know, even here because I always like to put something to focus, to concentrate, to work, to write. And then when I put his songs, man, it's like they have such a beautiful and a cozy ambience, you know.
Yeah,
and it kind of involves you. It takes you from wherever you are, and it puts in this little world where it's your headphones and whatever you're doing, you know. So it's like, it's good.
It's good. Like, I agree with you, and it because of all the mixes that he does, all these elements, all the instrumentation do that to us, yeah, because it's like you said, it's a cozy environment, the cozy ambiance, and all the elements that they choose for the songs, from the drums to the viola or something that they use. It's cool. It makes you, it moves you. Music is this, yeah. It's the combination of the instruments, and that goes for the voice as well, which is an instrument, right? So it makes you that, it puts you in a place, right? Of course, this album like puts you in this cozy place, in this nice, very awesome place where you can enjoy it, like while having all the love, all the sex, and having, having a good time with your friends.
Yeah.
On a trip is amazing. That this album puts you there, right? I'm fearing a bit where he might go after that on his third record. I'm saying that because, do you remember the artist Leon Bridges?
Yep.
So his first record, because it reminded me of him a bit. His first, Leon Bridges' first record from 2015, it is completely R&B soul, straight out of the 50s or something.
Yeah,
really
it's the
dancing and
coming
smooth
home,
and
right?
it's fun. Yeah, it is. It's like that. It's amazing. His second record, it is really good, and it sounds like it's similar to what Aaron Frazer did on his first record. He incorporated other elements, and it seems that they did the same. Of course, the music's different, but they did the same. They released like a more raw first record. Second record, they incorporated other elements where they brought in some electronic synthesizers and all that. Leon Bridges did that on his 2018 record, which is called Good Thing. I love this record. It's really nice. Really, it's beautiful. Just the same as Aaron Bridges. On Leon Bridges' third record, there are like two songs I like it, and it's not good. I don't enjoy as much as the second and the first one. It's not a bad album, but it's not as good as that. I think he went deeper with this, sounding a bit like those hip. It's not a hip hop, but it's. I can't explain. I need to listen to that again.
I don't know his third album. Yeah. I really like his first two.
Yeah,
but
yeah, me too.
I didn't.
We'll see. We'll see. So it's a trend. Yeah, I think they go even deeper. So I'm afraid he might go like a little deeper in this electronic thing and more. I can't say because I think for me, I like that there are two ways, two branches of R&B. I like to divide like that. This R&B that Leon Bridges does, Aaron does, and some kind of R&B that it's more like a pop R&B that I don't like. I don't enjoy it as much. It becomes too mellow, I think. Right? And where these singers, they sing very much and they just try to force a lot their vocal ranges, and then it sounds too much use of the voice to make the R&B. So I don't know if it
makes sense. Makes sense, sort of. Yeah.
So yeah.
I want to talk about my three favorite songs from this album.
For sure.
I think the best one is Into the Blue, which is
mine too. For sure.
Beautiful song.
Yeah.
Just beautiful. I think it has some catchy chorus. It has. I think the song Into the Blue. It's the face of the album. Like if I were to show this album to someone and explain his sound, I was like, hey, listen to this, because this is what he does, because I think it's a mix of all the elements that he uses throughout the album. And when you wrote about Dan helping him, I can see in this song, I can see Dan, because of this space, this spaciness that of the album. I think I can see a bit of Dan in some of the latest Black Keys, not the first ones, but the latest Black Keys
from half on Black Keys. I wasn't sure if Dan Auerbach would be involved in this record, because the aesthetic is a bit different. Like the album cover is different from the first one, and the singles. I wasn't expecting that. I was waiting for this week for us to go deep. And then when when I paid attention to this song, I said, Dan's got to be involved in this. It's him, right? And then he's there. He's part of the songwriting team, which I thought it was just Aaron, but it seems that there are a lot of people writing they collaborated a lot on the songs, a lot of collaborators, right? And he's not only involved in writing the song, but also in other songs. He was the sound engineer, one of the sound engineers.
Yeah. I also like Perfect Strangers, which is track number 6.
Yeah.
It's such a simple song because it's only his voice and a little bit of a guitar, and it had some backing vocals, like just answering back what he's saying. Yeah. Man, it's beautiful. True. It's beautiful, and it's in the middle of the album. I think it's just it's
like an interlude.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and it's not. I mean, it's shorter, but it's not like those interludes, like with 1 minute. You know.
For sure,
I think we talked about this on Gary Clark's album, that it has an interlude in the middle, and we were like, no man, that was so good, that should be a whole song, but then it's just like a minute and a half. Exactly. And in this case he does that, but it's kind of a whole song because it's 2 minutes and 18 seconds, so I think it's long enough because it's kind of repetitive, so it's long enough for you to appreciate, and it's not long enough for it to get repetitive and boring, you know.
I completely agree.
The perfect amount of, time.
I agree. It's not. It doesn't drag like other songs that we have talked about. It's perfect. It's really cool, man. I love this record. It's a really nice one. I like the. It's not one of my favorites on the record, but I really like the song before, Dime, and there's this girl. Yeah.
There is a Spanish part on this song. The Spanish
part is amazing.
I wasn't expecting that.
It sounds so beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's like a love.
Dime.
It sounds so. The first time I listened to this song, I was, enjoying the record, and then it was on the box, right? On the sound box. And I was like, wait, is she singing in Portuguese? I thought she was singing in Portuguese. And I said, is this Portuguese? And then I came closer to the box and said, "No, that's Spanish. That's amazing."
Yeah,
I really like this song, and it's cool. So yeah, my favorite song on the record is "Into the Blue." I like this song, Dime. It's really nice. Mm-hmm. "Time Will Tell" is a good one too. "Time Will Tell."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I liked all the songs, you know. I just wanted to, because I like to do that. I like to, highlight some songs that caught my attention more. But I think all of them are really great, you know.
Yeah.
The other one that is my favorite was "Easy to Love." It's track 10.
Mm-hmm.
Man, beautiful. It's kind of fast paced. And there is his voice and like some other voices going along with it. It has some, like the guitars, I really like the riffs. Mm-hmm. It's like fast riffs, and it's beautiful. I don't know, beautifully arranged, the guitar solos, the guitar riffs. It's beautiful. Really
it is.
I wanna ask you about something that you wrote about the drums. What's up with the drums, bro?
Man,
I get you.
But we're old school, and I don't know. I'm a bit older than you, but that doesn't really matter about what I'm gonna say. But I come from you as well. We come from raw. From like real instrument, especially that you are a musician as well. You can say that, and I really like to appreciate like the real deal. We love live shit, right? We love to see live things. So when and of course, probably if he's gonna do that live, he's gonna bring in some live and real drums, of course. Probably those pads to do all those things as well. But I just want on a record. I love to listen to the real drums, right? Even because he uses real drums, but he also uses loops and all these
Yeah.
things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it makes sense for the songs what he wants to bring and what he wants us to feel, but it's possible to do that with the real drums. I think
Yeah.
you should do that. And I just feel it loses the because he brings old school instruments
Mm-hmm.
like guitar and strings and all these things, but and then he mixes with electronic thing.
Yep. You know, I think in other styles of music that would bother me more. You know, it's not like I'm listening to, I don't know, Foo Fighters and then the guys are using some of that, but because of his style, I think it doesn't bother me because I'm kind of already expecting that he's going to experiment with these loop things and all of this. So it doesn't bother me in this way, you know. I would be bothered if I were to his concert and he's using all of his elements and then there it's all looped and it's just him on the stage just playing buttons
Yeah,
and
that would be
singing.
bad.
I'd be, you know, if he were not with a backup choir, you know, singing these things and you know, a sexy guitar player, you know, with him like dancing around, like I'd be pissed. But but listening to the record, for me it's okay. So that's something that kind of didn't bother me.
Yeah.
But I understand I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, that's why I didn't write more about that specifically because, like you said, it's something that I would change the drum loops for real drums because, like, he is a drummer and they are amazing musicians, and he could do that. So, but because of the styles of the songs, it didn't bother me that much, right? I would have changed, I mean, but it's fine. On the other hand, like, I'm going to give you another example. The Killers. Their latest singles, or not singles, records, and they are about to release another single, which is called "Bright Lights." I saw it yesterday. They're going to release it next week. I listened to a piece of that song where they posted it yesterday. They have been using a lot of electronic. I don't know if it's electronic drums, but it sounds so compressed and so the mix. I don't know. I wish I could ask them and maybe what's up because they have great. The Killers has an amazing drummer.
Yeah,
the drummer it's amazing. Ronnie Vanucci, I love him. And the guy Aaron is a drummer. Of course, he's not playing the drums here, but you know what I mean. Like, why don't you make it sound like the drum? I don't know. Maybe I'm just too bored.
Yeah, I get it. I think the technology has become so advanced that these guys are like they are trying to use it. You know, like they have so many tools at their disposal that they're like, hey guys, we have to use. It's like you know, Star Wars, the prequel trilogy, like the episode 1, 2, and 3. George Lucas was so crazy with all the computer shit. Like, man, special effects now. We got the Matrix. Look what they've done. Now we gotta do it. Like, so he just put actors interacting with green screen through the whole movie, and we got what we got. You know, that shitty, you know, CGI lacking of a story kind of movie. So I think it's that, like, creative people, when they are impacted with this amount of technology, and especially people who are interested in technology, like probably the Killers are, because they kind of, you know, they are in the vanguard of all of this. with doing electronic shit. So I think they feel like we have to use it, because if this turns out to be like a big thing, we gotta be like the early adopters of this big thing, you know. So I think sometimes they just lose when, you know, they don't know the amount of technology that they should use, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's sad though.
It is. I agree completely with you. But yeah, even it's like it happened with the Killers, Kings of Leon. Some songs they used it a lot, and then I don't know. Maybe I'm asking too much, and it's because, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to say because, of course, I like new shit, like new things, technology, and all that. But at the same time, I like old.
Yeah.
Like we have been listening to 90s records like Switchfoot and Weezer.
Yeah.
And you can hear and all the instruments.
And you can hear even the imperfections.
Exactly. That is amazing. I like that.
Like that when we were talking about Switchfoot, and there were some songs that you thought, there's something weird with John's voice and stuff like that. And these albums that use too much technology, it feels like
perfect.
Like they can't miss anything. It has to be. So it takes out the soul of the music, you know, the humanity of the music.
Exactly. This is how I feel.
Being said, it's a 4 out of 5, right?
It is a 4 out of 5.
Yeah,
man.
it's a great record. Like,
right.
I'm gonna be listening to this dude for a long time.
Me too.
I'm always listening to them. Like even the first record, I'm always going back to it. You know.
Nice. Yeah. And let's hope that it doesn't take a long time to release another one, because it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's a really cool record, and cool artist. I want to hear more from him.
For sure.
What else now?
Where do we go? Where do we go
now? Let's go to Weezer.
Let's go to Weezer.
So you start, man.
So we went from
the fucking album,
the best to the worst.
You hated the guts out of this album.
I didn't hate all right, so we're talking about Weezer's 96 album Pinkerton, and all right, okay, we started talking about we talked a few weeks ago about the first Weezer album, which is the Blue album, and I really enjoyed it.
Me too.
It was a fun record. We talked a little bit about, and today we talked a little bit about first albums being this collection of records, and you know, I think it's first records. They are filled with attempts, you know, with the artist trying to find his style, to define themselves as artists, like this is what we're gonna do. And second records, they have a better idea of that, right? And sometimes, which I find in this case, they are trying to I think Weezer has two styles. I think they have the weird shit that I don't like, and they have this other part, which is these guys having fun.
Yeah.
When they're having fun in a less weird way, and they connect with the weirdness, I think it works better. So in this second album, I think they went full weird, and it's not fun. I think they forgot I think they went into I think this album sounds like a bad rehearsal, you know. I used to have a band, like my first rock band back when I was 13. I was 13 years old, and I had a couple of friends, and we would I was the singer. There was a guitarist, there was a drummer, and there was a bass player, right? The basic rock band of old. And we would rehearse. I've always been Christian, so we would rehearse some Christian bands like Oficina G3, even some Petra, but we were not good. None of us was good.
Okay.
Like the best piece of our band was the drummer. The drummer was really good. He had been playing since he was 9 years old, so he was a beast. But the guitarist, he couldn't do Juninho Afran's solos, so we would play the songs without the solos. I couldn't sing as high as the dudes. The bass player was still figuring out if he wanted to be a bass player. So it's like, and some of our rehearsals were fun because we would we studied the songs and we could reproduce the songs. But there were some that we were like all over the place and like nothing would work. And I think that's the album we would have produced back then. It was a bad rehearsal. Like I was out of tune. Someone was screaming, like the drummer was screaming in the drums. It's like, dude, all of you, like you suck, you know? So that's how it felt for me, you know, the album. I'm sorry. That was my feeling. And it was interesting to see that you wrote, because you researched a little bit.
I did.
This was kind of a divisive album, right? So I want to know more about that, you know?
It was. I was curious about the name of the record. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I never searched about that. Honestly, the first time I did was this week. So as you say, I understand what you're saying, and the first record is amazing. I said on my review before that it's not my favorite record by Weezer, but it is one of them. Blue Album is one of them, because I really enjoyed the 2016 record where I listened to the record a lot. The 2014, the 16 even more. And then Weezer has a very interesting discography where this first one where we listen to it, it's really raw and it is amazing. They have the most famous songs are on this record, right? On this Blue record. And then they have great songs here. And then the second one, it seems that the first time I was listening to that, I hadn't done the research, and I just felt interesting because the whole record sounds more rock and garage rock, and they use more distortions on guitar distortions, and of course it sounds live, like a live record. They're playing, rocking out. At first, lyrically, I felt a little strange because, not strange, but more, like I said, more brutal writing. He has a way of writing where he tells you a story and in a vivid way. It's interesting. He writes in a vivid way and it's authentic, and he doesn't hold anything back. Right? He's just saying whatever he wants to say, describing whatever he wants to describe. Yeah. And especially the first song, he starts with "Tired of Sex," which is very weird. I was thinking, look, maybe it's his experience, but at the same time, maybe would he be talking about himself? And then when we think about this record, it was released in 1996. They were very young, and considering that they're fucking nerds, the song would make sense. But it's interesting because he makes fun of himself on the song, because of course he's not talking about that he was having sex, because in my opinion is that he wasn't. Right? He wanted to, right? He wasn't. Sure. He was just enjoying himself. And then there was a time on the song where he says, "I'm ashamed of what I said," Like I'm beat red. I'm ashamed of what I said. Oh my God, that's a very sometimes like it. Now it's like an embarrassing song. I probably don't play it live anymore. But anyway, and then I also wrote that the records seemed to be like a conceptual record. It was telling a story. That got my attention from the song Across the Sea, where he is talking about an 18-year-old girl who lives in a small city in Japan. A girl that wrote him a letter, and then they are maybe exchanging letters. They're having, they're starting to enjoy each other in a
like
way.
Pen pal friends,
Yeah.
Pen pal.
Yeah, exactly. And then I searched about the meaning of the album title, which comes from this thing from an opera called Madama Butterfly. Yeah, Madame Butterfly. It's an Italian thing where there is this U.S. naval officer who marries a Japanese woman called Butterfly, but later abandons her, leading to tragic consequences. And then if you analyze the lyrics, talking about the lyrics, yeah, it kind of, the whole record tells a story. All the songs are telling you a story. And like it connects, in my perception, it connects everything. It's connected. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, he is using experiences as well of his insecurity and problems in his life. And it's at times there are like some dark moments on the lyrics, but of course it seems personal, based on this opera that he based the name, right? The name of the character is B.F. Pinkerton. So yeah, it made me understand the story of the record lyrically.
Yeah.
Right. In terms of the instrumentation, man, I like it. I like it because for me, it's the kind of sound that I enjoy. It's like this rock. It sounds from the 90s. It sounds 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rock. You have like a drum and distorted guitars, and it's heavy. It's fast paced, right? Except for the last song, which is a slow one. But it's fun. I mean, I like it. I really enjoyed it, the record, because of all of this context that I told you. The story it's telling, it makes me more interested when, look, there's a story here. Just go figure it out. And then it makes me pay more attention to dig deeper what they wanted to say. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even listening to this Across the Sea now, there's a instrumentation part towards the end that it's good. Like, I think my biggest problem with this album is the singing. I really don't like the singing on this album, because like in the first album, he is on that edge of, being out of tune and not out of tune and stuff like that. Here, I think he just, like I said, a bad rehearsal. He had a bad
definitely, yeah. I understand.
He was like, man, I recorded this. That's what we're gonna get. I'm not gonna re-record this or whatever.
Do you think that it's because on this record, all the songs are more rock, more like the songs are? It feels that the songs are louder, and it's more like crunchier. It's more like aggressive. And do you think that it's not, he's not, maybe he's not good enough, or not, that's not good enough, His voice doesn't match.
We talked
much.
about this. He's not the greatest singer in the world, but he fits Weezer, perfectly.
Yeah.
Like in the first album, we talked about this. Like, man, he's like, his voice is not the most beautiful in the world, but it works so well with the sound that they make.
Yeah, but it sounds it's. I think his voice is better in more alternative songs, not in rock songs like this record, isn't it?
Maybe
it is, because when you get all this, let's go back in the first record, like Buddy Holly. It's a rock song. Are all of them like a rock song? Because you have rock, but it's not like louder like the second record. The second record is louder. It's more aggressive, I think.
Yeah.
Say It and So, like lower songs or more gentle songs, and so maybe it's this, because maybe this is the.
Yeah, I think the song that I liked the most, or I didn't. I hate the least. I can say that. No, I didn't.
You can say that.
But I didn't hate the album. I just thought that it would be better than the first.
Okay.
But I don't know. I didn't like the direction that the album went. But I think the second song is the best song of the album, the Get Show.
Okay.
I think it's kind of a full body rock. I think the distortions are like they work. Even his voice, I think it's more suited for this song. But I don't know.
Yeah,
it's different from the next album we're going to discuss, because I still want to get back to it, even though I didn't like it. I want to go back and I want to listen to it a few more times.
Okay.
At least 7 times. But the next I don't want to go back. I'm just gonna unsave the album here.
Okay. Unsaved.
Yeah, but I gave it a 2, man, because it was not like. I think I gave it a 2 because of my respect for Weezer.
Okay.
Because I don't know, it didn't work.
No, for sure, definitely. Yeah. I really like the song "No One Other," track 3. I like it a lot. Track 5, like I said, track 5 and 6, I like it very much. We have track 7, which is not the best song here, but it's a fun song.
El Scorcho.
El Scorcho, yeah. I like the track 8. I like this album. I gave it 3 out of 5. Yeah, I enjoy it. I want to listen to this record again. And it's not the best record, of course, but I really enjoy it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Let's go to the next one.
The next one is a tragedy recorded by Josh Kelley, our good friend. It's called Under the Covers Volume 2. It's a 2022 record. Man, we talked about this dude. This is a guy who he makes some country pop folk stuff, which I enjoy it a lot. Like there is a few of his albums that I listened to it a lot during my teenage years. And like I love his voice. I think his voice is one of my favorite voices ever. Like he has this low tone, and it's I don't know, it's soothing, it's cozy tone, it's beautiful, and he has an interesting range. Like he doesn't go really high, so he is more in like this low range of voices. And it's not just low, it's beautiful low. It's because there are some dudes that they sing low, but they try to go as low as they can just because of the vocal range, like just to show that, hey, I'm low. But he has
the mix, yeah.
yeah, he has a velvet in his voice that it's just, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
That being said, he does this cover album, which is something that I think it's dangerous when you cover this so many classics, because
True.
I think either you don't cover or you go in a whole different way, like do it something different.
Yeah.
Like I think we talked last week about you're gonna cover Michael Jackson. Just do it something completely different.
Do it different.
Don't try to do it like him, because it's not gonna work. You're not Michael Jackson, you know.
Exactly.
So it's like all the versions of Billie Jean that I enjoy, they are completely the ones that are not from Michael Jackson. They are completely different from Michael Jackson. So it's like Chris Cornell. There's a duo who makes a version of him, which is really good. They kind of go folk, and it's completely different.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And here I think he messed up, you know. on most, there's two Beatle covers here, and it's like, it's not good enough.
He should have chosen another song. But I agree with you, and man,
I know this one you hated.
I agree with you about his voice. Yeah, his voice is amazing, really nice. He has the combination of the velvet aspect of it, and at the same time the more like low, or it's a mix. It's a combination of voice. I was listening again. I like to, I have my listens. I listen by myself, and then sometimes I listen to the songs with my wife. Yeah, so I can have her opinion about it. And I was listening to this record. I didn't listen to the whole record yesterday with her, but a few songs, and she really loved his voice. She was like, "Wow, that's amazing voice. Who is this guy?" And then I showed it to her, and she really enjoyed it.
You got to show his other stuff.
Yeah. And then she really liked the track 5, something, which stood out more for her. And when the first time I started listening to the record, I thought, wow, that's going to be really nice, because of the first song that I really like it. Yeah. And the second song too. So I'm like, look, it's really nice. Really nice songs. I like it.
These two songs, right? they just throw us out.
Exactly. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. The originals are really cool songs, like beautiful songs.
Yeah,
beautiful,
for sure.
Beautiful. This Walking in Memphis is I like it. It's classic. I like the second song more than the first one.
Yeah.
My daughter's just woken up. She's on vacation still.
Nice.
And then I told you I wrote Dancing in the Dark, Bruce Springsteen. I like the song. I like the original song. And here started, I didn't enjoy it a lot. It's interesting. It's okay. But I think that the original one is more upbeat. Yeah, it's more a beat song. This one, it just brings it down a little bit.
Too much.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. But it started to making me weird. This Do What You Do, I don't like that song.
Man, that's a terrible song.
It's a terrible song. Man. Right? I don't like it. And then Something, which is one of my favorite Beatles songs, it's okay. For me, it's okay. Right?
Yeah, I don't hate it, but it's
Exactly. I just felt that it was too fast-paced, and he should have done something way different.
Yeah.
I think it would work more. The same goes for Amazing Grace. Again, it's one of the most beautiful songs ever.
Yeah. One of my favorite songs in the world.
Yes. And He should have done something different, man.
For me, that was a little because he starts a cappella and he starts really fast.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, no, man, breathe. Oh. Come on. Just between the sentences, just breathe for a while.
I was there. I was like that. Slow down, man. Calm down.
That's not how you're supposed to sing this song.
Just wait.
Oh man,
it's so crazy, man. And then Landslide, I didn't even bother to go and search whose song is this. This is, I don't know.
It's Stevie Nicks' song. And I hate when they put live pieces of
in the middle of the record.
Yeah,
that's
if it's
weird.
Just like if it's like a bonus track, like in the end, it's okay. But like in the middle of it, it's like, dude, don't do that. Come on,
doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
that's why I told you it started to throw me off. I'm like,
yeah, and then when the thing we were talking about, Amazing Grace, he does the opposite with a little help from my friends. It's like, dude, come on, where's the pace?
Yeah,
let's go.
Catch up, man, catch up.
Yeah, it's just too slow, man. It's not slow in a way that it's beautiful. It's, you know, I think it's boring, you know, because you're not doing anything. It's just a guitar, like not doing anything different, and you're like whispering the song, and it's like, man, this song is powerful. It's supposed to be, you know, it's supposed to be something else. You know, it's like
grand. Yeah, it's a grand song. Yeah, his decision to make these versions here didn't work for me, man. And then it's just the rest of the record. I mean, it's complete. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I didn't like it. Didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. The last song, I like there were a couple of songs that I was like, when I saw that he covered, I had high hopes for it. Like Amazing Grace, like the Beatles, and the last song, which is called You'll Never Walk Alone. It's kind of a like a classic song. It's like it's an old song, a really old song.
Yeah, it's an old one.
And it's like it's a classic. Like Elvis have a beautiful version of that Elvis song. And I was expecting something, you know, a little better, and it's just like, dude, what are you doing? Come on.
That was weird, man. I'm telling you, that was weird.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Josh. Here's another Josh disappointing us with his latest work.
The Elvis version, man.
Yeah.
It's so emotional.
Come on.
I think after Elvis, no one should ever touch that song.
There's another dude that I really enjoy his version of it. But it's because the dude is a mutant while singing, which is David Phelps. He has a version of this song that
he can do whatever he wants.
But
that.
He doesn't change a lot, like, because the song, even Josh, I think he doesn't change a lot of what the song it is, but I don't think it works for him, you know, for his voice. I don't know. But true. For David Phelps, like, he does kind of, he turns into a, like, almost like an opera, and he can go there, you know. So
he can. He can do that.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't even think this album deserves a lot of talking.
No, it's fine for me. That's good. It.
Like,
yeah,
I think,
like I said, I finished my text saying his vocals are phenomenal, but that's it.
Yeah, I think the two first songs are really good. I think they like I don't know if you listen to the first song, the original one, Heavenly Day.
For sure, yeah,
it's a really sad. Like, it's the original version is a really sad song, and that's the thing. He turns into it because his version is a more like upbeat and you know, a more. It's like a spring, like the Heavenly Day, the original one. It feels like winter, like cold, hard winter. And true. Here he turns into a spring. You know, it's beautiful, and And then the second song, Walking in Memphis, like I think this it's even a great flow, you know, when in talking about an album. But then it comes Dancing in the Dark, you're like, oh no, it's not good. And then it's downhill from there, you know.
Yeah.
It's not work.
I wanna know what you will say about Bryan Adams covers. I told you that he covered some records.
Yeah.
I have my opinions about them because anyway, we'll talk about it.
For sure.
Yeah. 2 out of 5. Just because I have so much respect for his voice, for his talent, and because I really like the first and second tracks, and a little bit of something.
I think I'm going to get Walking in Memphis into one of my playlists because I really like his version of it. But that's it.
Me too. I really like it. Yeah. It's nice. All right.
We got to that moment.
It's that time again.
It's the most wonderful time of the week.
We should create a jingle for this.
Yeah, man. So,
are you ready? Have you made up your mind about your 2 choices this week?
I have some things here, but you know, we'll see until we still have a couple of minutes. You know, we're still talking.
Keep talking. I have my choice here, but I almost changed my mind. Well, I still can change. No problem. But I almost sure that I changed my option while we were talking.
Really?
Because you mentioned something that I'm like, maybe we can change that. Even though I had made up my mind about this week, about this one this week. So what do you want me to do? Do you want me to stick to my first choice? Or do you want me to go and choose this one that I said?
Damn, man, that's hard. This week I choose 2, right?
Yeah.
So I think I'll tell you my first, and then you decide which one of your choices is gonna work better with it.
Okay, beautiful.
Sounds good?
Because they're different artists.
Nice.
Completely different.
Okay.
From each other. Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna start with this dude that we started. Like, we listened to him a few weeks ago, and you fell in love with him. Like, you bought the record and stuff, and you said, "Oh, thank you for this guy." And he has like 1,000 records, so we better get to it.
Better get going.
So I'm going to choose 2023 Andrew Bird's album called Outside Problems. So we're gonna go Andrew Bird again. I have no idea what this album sounds like. I know the latest one was jazzy. I don't know.
This one that you're talking about is the one before.
Yes. Because I'm going backwards on this guy. Yeah.
Love that shit. Let's go.
All right. So that's it. So you go now.
Don't you want to say the second one so I can
The second one?
Yeah, what fits in the category.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it too different from this Andrew Bird, the second one? Your second choice.
I don't know if Andrew Bird is changed too much from his,
but
because I have 2 albums of Andrew Bird in my mind. One is folk, one is jazz. I don't know what to expect from this.
Okay. No, but the second choice, is it too different from jazz and folk, for example? Let's say it's a hard rock thing.
No, it's not hard rock. No.
Yeah. I don't know.
This conversation is fun. I don't know. it's different. It's different.
Okay, it's different.
Yeah.
My God. You put me in a hard spot here. So let me choose. I'm not gonna choose what I had said.
Okay.
I'm not gonna choose that. I'm gonna choose what I have thought about right now while we were talking today. My God, man, you changed my mind. I'm gonna go with the 2019 record by Gary Clark Jr.
Oh, that's nice.
Is his record before the one we listened to, JPEG Raw, yeah? Is the one before This Land. It's called This Land. It's released in 2019.
Nice.
And it is I think it is a nice song. A nice record.
Okay.
So there you go. There you go. Take that.
Yeah. That's a band. Oh man.
So
I have like 3 options here that I was.
Oh shit! Don't make me wait. Just
No.
choose it right now.
I'm gonna choose it right now.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm gonna choose because the dude just released songs today, like a song today.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Two dudes that I like, and I know you like, release songs today. 2 dudes.
Yeah, I said one dude released an album. So
Okay. What the fuck is it?
all right.
So both dudes' names starts with J.
Well, yeah,
It's one of them.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Definitely one of them.
Let's go.
And I'm freaking I'm expecting from this dude release a whole record. Come on, he's just like, and I already loved one of his new singles. I'm gonna say the name of the single, and you're gonna tell me who it is.
Yeah.
He released a single called Watchmen.
Josh Garros.
Yeah. So we went to like back in the days, like we listened to his discography, and we kept like going with him and listening to his stuff.
Yeah.
But then in the podcast that I have with a friend with my brother-in-law, we started making a podcast more musical, and we play now on the podcast. And a friend of mine who is also a fan from Josh Garros, he made a comment. He was like, "Hey, you guys should play At the Table from Josh Garros or The Resistance." I was like, "Dude, I can't sing those songs." Like, there's a there's a folk rap to Josh Garros that I don't think I can reproduce. But anyways, so I was like, man, we have to choose Josh Garros. So I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna do it like going backwards because we've already done the the chronological way.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna choose the 2021 Early Work Volume 2.
It's nice.
Because I know that, because we just came from a week that a guy did something Volume 2 and he was not good, but he was not Josh Garros.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna disappoint us.
Yeah. But I have already bought his record, so I have them here. For me, it's an easy thing.
Yeah.
The second because he has released 2 early work albums.
Yeah.
The first one, it's an hour long the length is of the record is 1 hour. 8 songs from 2002 to 2005. This to volume 2 are some versions that he did for some of his songs, and it's just 8 songs.
Yeah,
right. 34 minutes short. Yeah. It's there, and it's nice. I really like it. I think the first song, his Wings, it's a new song at that time when he released it. Yeah. I think so. We'll listen to that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Nice, man. I like it. It's amazing. Yeah. Amazing. His discography is perfection for me.
Yeah. And all like his new singles that he's putting out they're just like, man, like Watchmen is a song that I listen like every other day. I'm listening to it, you know?
Yeah. He has just released a single today.
Yeah, today. I didn't listen to it yet.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. I haven't.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That's it.
Yeah, buddy. One more week.
I'm excited. I'm
pretty sure it's going to be a better week.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
For sure. Oh my God. I almost like this. I thought about this artist yesterday, and this was not, it was not set because I was going to choose another one, but man, I was going to choose, one of the first records of Frank Sinatra.
Oh, boof.
Yeah. But, you know, yo, shut up.
I don't even like Sinatra.
It will come. It will come.
In time will come.
Time will come.
Yeah.
Man,
nice.
Let me go. I'll see you. It was amazing again.
Nice. It was beautiful. Peace.
Thanks. Peace. Bye-bye.